Hello everyone, I hope that you have a great weekend. In today's analysis, we're going to look at the S&P 500 and NASDAQ and the Dow and see what we can expect in the future. Okay, technical analysis is something that is very important to us because it helps us to time the markets. And as a stock trader, you want to be looking at the S&P 500. This is the daily chart of the S&P 500 futures. As you can see, it is in a very nice bullish uptrend, and you want to continue to be bullish in it because it is above the rising 20 MA and rising 50 MA in it. And the rising 20 MA and the 50 MA looks like they are making a railroad track. And this, when it makes a railroad track, this is one of the strongest trends that is in the market because it tells us that the trend is strong and the likelihood of the market going higher is very, very good. Okay, and the other thing that you must take note is the rising 200 MA. When the major index is above the rising 200 MA, you want to be bullish in the long term. So when you stack the 20 MA, 50 MA, and 200 MA, and they are so beautifully aligned going up, right? This is a picture of a very, very strong trend, and I believe that there are more bullishness to come. So the S&P 500 broke out recently of this small triangle. This is a continuation pattern. This is like over here we have ascending triangle pattern. So when this stock is, when these S&P 500 is in a bullish uptrend, there will be continuation patterns like the small ascending triangle, which tells us of a bullish continuation pattern. It goes up, and then this triangle type pattern, and just recently it break out higher of this tight consolidation over here. We can actually draw a support area. This is the top. Okay, the top previous high here is a support area. And notice how the 5 trading days here was trading above the top half of this green candle, and as throughout the day it broke out higher. So this is a small breakout here, and this tells us to continue to be bullish in the short term. And for short-term traders, you want to look at this support area here. So as long as the S&P 500 is above this 20 MA and above this area, you should continue to be bullish in the S&P 500. Let's take a look at the Dow Futures. It's important for us to look at Dow also because it's the 30 of the strongest or biggest stocks, and they also tell us the direction of the general market. So it recently broke out of this small triangle throughout. At the end of the apex here, it has a small bottoming tail, which tell us that the Dow doesn't want to go any lower. Eventually it broke out this nice green candle, and the Dow is trading sideways at this moment, and Dow is still above the rising 20 MA and rising 50 MA, and this hints to us of more bullishness. Okay, what you want to do is you want to take also, just like the S&P 500 top here, this is the most recent support area. You can zoom into the 2-hour chart to have a clearer look. Okay, these are the tops here. This is a support area, and you can see how the Dow breaks above this downtrend line, makes this triple bottom type, and found support at this area and move up. So you want to continue to be bullish in Dow if it is above the rising 20 MA and also above the support area. Now next we want to look at the NASDAQ 100 futures. We are not going to look at the NASDAQ composite, but the NASDAQ futures are good enough as a gauge. So what happened here was the NASDAQ had a bullish cross, and then it break out above this consolidation area. Now this breakout above this consolidation areas is just not any normal breakouts. You can actually use it as a support area. The NASDAQ 100 broke out higher, then declined, and as you can see, as it reaches about this support area, it rose back up and traded sideways. It formed a very small cup with handle pattern. Okay, cup with handle pattern can be continuation patterns if it's an uptrend, and if it's a small cup with handle, then the top of this cup with handle consolidation is a support area. So it offers protection against any drop. So you can see how the NASDAQ dropped, but because of the support area, it went back up. And also here it corrected and formed this cup with handle pattern. If you can see it, a variation of the cup and handle. And I like this bullish green bar, and the NASDAQ 100 was trading sideways, but above the top half of this green candle, which signal bullishness, and eventually it broke out higher. So you can see that the NASDAQ is also above the rising 20 MA, 50 MA, and 200 MA, which tells us to be bullish short-term, mid-term, and long-term. So the most recent support area is here, around the tops here, and you want to be bullish on the NASDAQ 100 if it is able to stay above this support area. You can zoom into the 2-hour chart to see how strong this support area is. There's a highs here, highs, consolidation. It made a double bottom at the 200 MA and went up. Here is a bullish setup as well, where there's a bottoming tail, the second double bottom. Okay, so some traders will buy and ride it higher, and because it broke above this area, this area now becomes a new support. And as long as the NASDAQ stays above this support area, is most likely going to move higher in the future. Okay, so I have gone through 3 major indexes: the S&P 500, the Dow Futures, and also the NASDAQ 100. And all 3, I don't see any weaknesses at this moment, and they are above their rising 20 MA, 50 MA, 200 MA. So it tells us to continue to be bullish in short term, mid term, and long term. So don't worry, there are no weaknesses yet. And I hope this analysis has been helpful to you. If you learned something or this has been helpful, please give me a like this video, and please press the subscribe button for more analysis like this in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.